Hey guys, PokéDan here. It's now been a day since the official release of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. From the trailers we saw before the games came out, we actually discovered that Giovanni had returned in the Alola region along with his new team, known as Team Rainbow Rocket. With Rainbow Rocket returned other evil leaders from the history of Pokemon, and it really got me thinking, what actually are my favourite evil Pokemon teams? So of course, I thought about it for this video. Now, I'm scripting this video before Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are even out, so if I get any minor things wrong, please forgive me. But yeah, with all that being said, this is the top 5 evil teams in Pokemon. Kicking off this list at number 5 are Team Aqua and Magma. These evil teams were great, but sadly, as were the rest on this list. Team Magma's ultimate goal was to expand the mass of the land by awakening the legendary Pokemon Groudon. And of course, respectively, Team Aqua's goal was to expand the mass of the sea by awakening Kyogre. In Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, as well as the remakes, we saw exactly how badly this plan panned out, but nevertheless, they were still great antagonists. These teams were run by the villains known as Maxie and Archie, two evil leaders who were brilliant and memorable characters. I feel like teams Magma and Aqua made the bottom of this list due to them not really being able to stand out on their own. For example, it's hard to say you really prefer one of these teams over the other because they're really similar, but nevertheless I still love their contribution to the Pokemon franchise. Up next on this list are the evil team from the Kalos region, being Team Flare. Most evil teams have a rather well planned out goal, but I feel like Team Flare's goal of just wanting to destroy everything was rather dull. The team itself I quite liked. There were some cool characters involved with their wrongdoings who I adored, such as Lysandre and even Zerawisk. Oh, and speaking of Lysandre, I imagine you guys all know, but he is the team leader of Flare. Lysandre was a, well, complicated character. He wanted to create a new world of his image, and I mean that's cool and all, but he could have tried a little harder to avoid all this. Yeah. So he may be dead, in some realities that is, but I still like this guy. So, Team Flare take the number 4 spot on this list, due to their ultimate goal being rather dull and them looking like Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber. Coming in at the number 3 spot is the original evil team, being Team Rocket. Before we had all these evil teams wanting to blow up the world and whatnot, we had Team Rocket, a more simplistic evil group ran by the menacing Giovanni. The goal of Team Rocket was to steal and make profit off of Pokemon. Ultimately, this plan failed, but nevertheless, I like these evil dudes. They were responsible for some of the most eye-opening stunts in Pokemon, such as creating the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo. Team Rocket returned in the Johto games, but once again was stopped by the protagonist. Now that we know Giovanni has returned in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, let's see how successful the newly formed Team Rainbow Rocket will be. Making it at today's number 2 spot is none other than Sinnoh's Team Galactic. Ran by the evil leader Cyrus, Team Galactic's goal was to recreate a new Pokemon universe. And judging by the events of Pokemon Diamond, Pearl and Platinum, they failed that pretty bad. What I liked about Team Galactic the most was that all the main characters in the group were truly memorable. My favourite of the group has to be the big bad Cyrus. His cold personality and how insane he is just ends up making these games more spicy. This was the evil team I grew up with, and I so desperately wanted to put them at the number 1 spot. But there is an evil Pokemon team out there that I actually prefer more than this. And finally, coming in at the number 1 spot on this list, if you haven't guessed already, is the Aether Foundation. Nah, just kidding, it's Team Plasma. Now, although the Unova region isn't quite my favorite, I'll give credit where it's due, and Unova just had such a great evil team. Team Plasma, ran by the badass boss that is Getsis, had the goal of liberating all Pokemon from their trainers. Now, honestly, this seemed to be a rather confusing goal due to them wanting to liberate Pokemon from their trainers by fighting with Pokemon, but nevertheless, this evil team still contributed greatly to the main story of Pokemon Black and White and the sequels. Now, back to talking about the evil leader of this team, Getsis. Many a time in the story, he showed himself to be truly evil by misleading a fan favorite character known as N. But whatever, I still think Getsis is pretty cool. Team Plasma just had to be my #1 pick for this list. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Also, feel free to comment who are your favorite evil teams in Pokemon. I'm looking forward to reading them. But with all that being said, for now, I've been PokéDan, you've been amazing, and I'll see you guys next time.